This assignment looks a lot like the last one we did, but it's different. The last one we did, you had to determine if two figures were similar. Well, now we're being given that they are similar. See, given that polygon KLMN is similar to polygon PQRS, we have to now find the missing measure. But we're going to set it up the same way. That's why we did that assignment first. So we're going to set it up just like I did before. Left side over left side. Then I'm just going to use the top of each figure. The top of the rectangle over the top of the other rectangle. Now last time we cross multiplied. We got a 15 and we'd multiply here, and if it was the same number we would say similar. Well, it's a little bit different looking, as you can tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to cross multiply. So I'm going to say 4 times x, that's what this line is for, 4 times x equals, well, 3 times 5 is 15. So they're all going to look like this. Now this is a multiplication problem where I have the answer. We call that the product. But I'm missing one of the factors. Well, I should just divide to find it. So I'm really just going to do 15 divided by 4. To show that work, I'll put a 4 underneath each side. They cancel. X is 3.75. Okay, so sometimes they might be a decimal. They are mostly whole numbers, but not always. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. They're all going to be the same in that way. So let's see. I always have to use the side that has the variable. Okay, I can't go 6 over 4 equals 12 over 8. I mean, that would give me a proportion, but it doesn't help me find the missing side. So I have to use 15 over x. So I'll mark that one in blue. 15 over x. Now I can pick. I can either put 6 over 4 or I can use 12 over 8. It won't matter. Okay, I'm going to use 6 over 4. Okay, now time to cross multiply. I usually multiply the diagonal with the x in it first. 6x equals 15 times 4 is 60. Can you see the answer is 10? 6 times 10 equals 60. So in reality, though, I am dividing. X is 10. That's finding the missing side, everyone. So there are 2 here for you to try. Notice that this one was not drawn the same way. Remember, the figures have to be sitting the same way to line them up like that. What I did was I redrew it for you. Okay, so picture that line of reflection. I basically reflected that triangle over that line, kind of flipped it over. So I can cross this one out, and you can just use these 2 now. Okay, now this 4 doesn't line up with anything, so we really don't need that 4. So you have to work with what you have to try to get there. Okay, so you pause and try this, and the one below it, and here we go. So again, I said I will use the side with x first. 5.6 over x. And I'll use the 4 over 10. Okay, cross multiply. 4 times x equals 10 times 5.6 is 56. Divide by 4. X equals 14. And on this one, I have lots of choices, but remember, I have to use the x. So 4 over x first. Now you have some choices. Well, again, this 4 doesn't line up with anything. I can use that. This 6 doesn't line up with anything. So it looks like I'm going to use 6 over 4.5. Okay, cross multiply. 6 times x. 4.5 times 4 is 18. And divided by 6, x is 3. That's essentially our assignment, everyone. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little bit longer. So it's all set up for you to show your work. Most of the figures are drawn the same way. You'll have to maybe rearrange 7 and 8 a little bit, but on the back there are 4, and they look like they are drawn the same way. So just show your work to get credit. If you need any help, let me know.